up, guys? So today I wanted to tell you guys a little bit about what I'm going to be doing for the next 8 weeks in regards to my nutrition and training program. So I am a competitive jiu-jitsu athlete, and it is really coming into competition season now. So I had a lot of fun in the summer, still staying on track obviously in training and with my nutrition and dabbling in a few other things. I do still train at the gym, but my training for jiu-jitsu has definitely amped up a lot because now I'm training for my sport. So the sport of jiu-jitsu is very, very hard on the body, but just like any sport that you are going to be competing in, you obviously need to train in that sport itself. So currently I am training 5 days a week, sometimes 6, in jiu-jitsu. That'll be Monday, Wednesday, Friday is jiu-jitsu classes, and Tuesday and Thursday tend to be our judo classes, which is essential for jiu-jitsu athletes. Jiu-jitsu is fighting on the ground and grappling, but we start on our feet, and we need to figure out a way to get our opponent to the ground, and that's where judo comes in handy, where there's a lot of throws and takedowns and things like that. So we do that training on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then Sundays are our competition training, which tend to go about 2 hours, and it's a whole bunch of drills, rolling, which is pretty much mock competing with somebody else, trying to get points, and also trying to submit. And this is good preparation for us for obviously when we get onto the competition mat. So right now I'm doing that about 6 days a week. And in addition to that, I'm actually doing a very hardcore lifting program that my boyfriend and I designed, and it is a hypertrophy program, but there is definitely strength training involved. So it's an 8-week program, and every other week I'll be doing a different style of working out. So, and this is in addition to my trainings. When you're an athlete and when you are competing, especially when you get into the higher level competitions, there's a lot of commitment, a lot of sacrifice, blood, sweat, and tears that really goes into the sport. Obviously, not every sport is like that. You can obviously do sports for fun, and it doesn't require that much dedication and that much time and effort into those kind of things, such as, you know, just like playing soccer on the field with your friends. But if you do want to be a competitor and you do want to gain any recognition in any sport that you do and get better, and noticed as a professional athlete, then you do have to work a lot harder. So a lot of you guys know Ronda Rousey because she's in that MMA field, but she's also does jiu-jitsu, does judo, and she is badass. I love her. And she doesn't just, you know, eat french fries every day and then she's just like a superstar and world champion. She put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears throughout her whole life in order to get where she did. So that's kind of my train of thought. And am I going to be, you know, a world champion? Who knows? But you don't start by wishing, you start by doing. So that's what I'm doing. Anyway, in addition to jiu-jitsu, I'll be training at the gym every other week. So on weeks 1, 3, 5, and 7, I will be doing a hypertrophy style program 4 days a week, with rest in between, because rest is crucial in order to, 1, see gains, and 2, get proper recovery and refuel so I can actually perform well and do well during training. And that's really, really important to have that rest. So I will be doing that 4 days a week, dividing it up through the muscle groups: legs 2 times a week, upper body 2 times a week. And then on the other weeks, 2, 4, 6, and 8, we are doing a strength training program that is still a hypertrophic style, but we are focusing on compound movements, compound exercises such as squats, deadlifts. We're doing 2 a muscle group, and we're only doing 2 sets when we go to the gym in one day, but we're dividing it over 3 days. So on that second, on those other weeks, I'm actually going to the gym and doing only 3 days a week, not 4, but I'm dividing the same exact exercises up throughout the course of a week. So by the end of the week, we actually did the same exercises for a total of 6 sets. And doing progression overload during each of those sets is what's going to help to fuel muscular endurance and also build size and strength. So that is the program that we're doing, and with the alternating hypertrophic traditional program, it gives us our body a chance to take a break from the heavy lifting and do moderate lifting with more reps, which will give more of a cardiovascular endurance. So that is my training program that I will be doing. If you guys are interested in getting any more information about that kind of stuff, definitely email me at Nattie@BodyByBoss.com. I did create this program, so I'm super excited. My boyfriend and I, we measured ourselves, our biceps, our chest, our waist, our both thighs, our butt, and I think that's it. So we measured ourselves to get our inches, and we're going to measure it again in 8 weeks to see if we did gain muscular size and strength. Also to note, in addition to that, I do kettlebells a few times a week with jiu-jitsu. It's a good warm-up, and it is really good for mobility and just grip strength training and everything like that. So I, as you can imagine, am doing a lot of working out. So rests are, you know, crucial to me, and I love them. They make me so happy because I never get a chance to rest, really. But I have goals in mind. I really do want to perform really well in these upcoming tournaments, so I need to prepare my body mentally and physically for that. So that is what I'm doing, and I'm starting off early. In addition to training, like always, #1 important thing is nutrition. So as you can imagine, I did make a vigorous nutrition plan that involves carb cycling. In previous video that I just made, I showed you the low carb, I like that, low carb because larb. Anyway, I did film a low carb day of kind of what I was eating, and this is part of the nutrition program that I created. And so I will be doing a carb cycling. This is the most efficient way to cycle carbs and the most efficient way to build muscle, but also burn fat. And I'm doing this right now. I'm actually in a caloric surplus, so I did actually add a little bit more calories than my maintenance calories so I can build some size. And I'm not going to be doing that for long. I'm actually going to be doing it to the end of the 8-week period, but after that I will do a mini cut. Because as an athlete, especially in a sport that requires weight requirements and meeting certain weights to compete, there is a lot of cutting weight. And the one thing I find in this industry, especially with jiu-jitsu and martial arts and anything that requires weight cutting, is that a lot of people do it wrong. If you don't have a dietitian or somebody, mainly a dietitian, that is well versed in nutrition and really giving you the proper fuel and nutrition that you need in order to perform well, you may not do it right. You can read all the articles and all the things on, you know, websites that you want, but if you really don't have that sound, solid person with that education and background, you really don't know if you're doing it right or not. You just don't. So it's really good to have that reference. And that person who you can really see if you're doing it right or get help from. So with the nutrition program, like I said, I'm doing carb cycling. I am doing 3 days of low carb, 3 days of medium carb, and 1 day of high carb. And to get a little bit more specific, I am doing my high carb day on my rest day, on my hypertrophic days, and my high carb day on one of my heavy lifting days. So that's actually the best time to have a high carb day, is when you're either resting or really working heavy muscle groups, because that carbs you can obviously need to fuel your workout or to recover. So I really put a lot of time and effort into my nutrition and training programs. I'm super stoked to see the results at the end of 8 weeks. I will keep you guys posted. If I think that I'm seeing dramatic results within those 8 weeks, I will do another update video just to guys show you, you know, kind of where I'm at, if I adjusted anything. But for now, that's kind of where we're at. Like always, it takes time to see results. It doesn't happen overnight. Although I will say, because of my body type, I am a mesomorph, which means that I have the ability to build muscle really quickly, but also fat, and I can also lose it really quickly. So my body responds to these kind of programs and nutrient manipulation pretty well. So I may see progress sooner than I think, but in the meantime, I just got to do it and see how it goes. So as far as nutrition and fitness, that is what I'm doing in these next 8 weeks. If it sounds really confusing and complicated, I'm sorry, but it really is tedious, and you know, it really does require a lot of dedication, commitment, and desire and motivation to reach those goals. And I think this is going to be an amazing nutrition and fitness program for me. If you are in martial arts or jiu-jitsu and you are interested in trying to get some kind of program like the one that I'm doing, please feel free to email me or comment below any questions you may have. I would love to get in contact with you and see what's up and see what I could do to possibly help you. But that's just what I'm doing currently for my nutrition and training regimen, and I'm really excited. Like I said, I can't wait to show you guys the results, and I will show you a little snippet of kind of where I'm at as far as my measurements, and we will compare them to my future progress and see if anything's changed, because that will be pretty cool. And I'll also show you like a quick thing of what I do with my nutrition plan. But for the most part, I could do this in another video just because I don't want it to be too long, but the nutrition style that I make when I make my meal plans is based off an exchange system. So when you see the paper, it might not make sense to you, but if you have any questions about that, I do have what an exchange system is on my website at www.bodybyboss.com, but I can also, if there's enough interest, record another video of what an exchange system is and how that kind of works if you guys are interested in a meal plan like that. So that's all I have for you guys right now. Just wanted to give you an update on my fitness and nutrition, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. This is my measurements. I am on the right side and my boyfriend's on the left. So yeah, we did waist, chest, bicep, thigh, and butt. And we're going to measure this back in 8 weeks, see the progress. As you can see here, this is my nutrition plan based off the exchange system, divided into low carb, medium, and high carb days. And we pretty much just, I determined the allotment of each kind of food group and then I cross it off as I go. Really simple.